Sports, 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 sports.
Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to Sportsball, part of the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network. We talk about sports-related topics, but we focus on you, the fan, whether it's a sport, athlete, team, sports-related event, or sports-related news. And this is one of those episodes that is going to be about sports-related news because right now, the biggest things that have been happening right now is that the NBA season started along with the World Series. We'll get to that another time, but a day or two after the NBA season started, we've got a bombshell report that Terry Rozier of the Miami Heat and Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups were both arrested on separate gambling charges. So Terry Rozier, he was arrested because in a game in 2023 when he was part of the Charlotte Hornets, he allegedly told someone that he was going to be out of a game at a certain point, potentially faking an injury, and then a whole bunch of people put some prop bets on that, and that is a sports integrity issue. Like that's bad. That's really not good. In addition to that, Chauncey Billups got arrested because of he was allegedly part of a illegal poker game with some mafia families where he was somebody who would recruit individuals into spending a crap load of money on these rigged poker games. And some of the technology that was used in some of these poker games is just straight up out of a James Bond movie. It's unbelievable the lengths that it would go to for anything like that. In addition, there was another former coach, former NBA player. His name is Damon Jones, also was arrested for allegedly leaking some information to prospective gamblers about the status of one of the players he used to coach, which was LeBron James. There is something in the affidavit also that says that a coach or a player that had played in 1997 to like 2014 or whatever currently lives in Portland, has been coaching since 2021, and has initials, like they might as well have said like has initials that are CB, because like that pretty much links Chauncey Billups directly with this for allegedly letting individuals know that Damian Lillard was not going to be in a game, and then placing prop bets against the Portland Trail Blazers for that. So all three of these people have been arrested. I have a feeling more people are unfortunately going to get arrested because of this. But this is not the news that the NBA wanted going into this season. With an opening week of games has been phenomenal between this amazing rookie class and a lot of retooled teams and some superstar like budding superstars who are just putting on a show for people. Plus, in addition to that, you've got Amazon, you've got NBC back in the fold, and then you also have Inside the NBA moving from TNT to ESPN as well. So there's a lot here for this NBA season. This is not what the NBA wants as the thing that people are focusing on, because like I think the person right now that's got to be the most relieved out of all of this is Kawhi Leonard, because Kawhi Leonard is like, whew, nobody's talking about me right now and everything that I have going on. So thank God for that. But it's just so problematic that the league could potentially allow something like this to happen. But the problem that they have with this is that a lot of this is also very much self-inflicted. David Stern resisted gambling for the longest time, and Adam Silver has cozied up and allowed gambling to kind of take over the game. And look, it's generating revenue for the league. It's expanding the reach of what people can, how people can interact with the game. I do understand that. However, at some point, it's not really about money anymore, or it's only about money, and it's not about the experience anymore, because players have continually said that they they feel that the amount of shit that they're getting from fans is just ratcheted up another level because of gambling being a thing. Social media has kind of ruined that experience as well for players, but gambling has been a huge driver of that too. In addition, this also like all these gambling partners are all over the place in the stadiums. They're in all the sports affiliates, like ESPN is pushing this. The Ringer pushes gambling now. So it is literally all over the place, and you cannot get away from it now. And it was only a matter of time before something like this was going to happen, and it's going to continue to happen. In addition to that, just the league trying to incentivize, teams to tank also probably contributed to this too. So there's there's a lot of different things going on here, and I don't see a scenario where the league can just continue to go business as usual with gambling like this and just still continue to do this, because you have the Jonte Porter situation, which ended with him being banned for life from the NBA and awaiting sentencing. Chauncey Billups is facing potentially the rest of his life in jail because of this situation, and Terry Rozier is going to potentially not he's going to get banned from the league for sure. But then the other issue is the NBA knew that this was a problem and they still let him continue to play. But Malik Monk is, just kind of sitting out there. Just nobody wants to touch him. He's pretty much radioactive. And the NBA cleared Terry Rozier to continue to play. That's that's problematic as well. So I don't know what else the NBA needs to do in order to crack down on gambling, because the potential to make money from gambling is not something that people consider throwing their careers away as a big enough risk for this. They need to do something else. And unfortunately, I think Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones are probably going to get it's probably they're probably going to be made a huge example out of for this. I think with Chauncey Billups in particular, he was already on thin ice in Portland as it is, so that's an easy way to go. And it's not like Terry Rozier was an enormous star, but it's still a bad look, especially because Terry Rozier played the night before and then got arrested. So that's a huge bummer too. Like the only other things that I'll say for this as well is that, am I the only one who thinks that something's fishy with the whole thing with LeBron? Like, like there's been a lot of news coming out lately that LeBron, likes to keep up the narrative, and he's, not liking his current situation in LA. I really hope that there's nothing else there with Damon Jones and LeBron James. I think Damon Jones, there's probably enough evidence out there to suggest that he didn't do anything out of the ordinary and did everything without LeBron James knowing. But there's also a small part of me that thinks we'll have to wait and see about that. So those are my thoughts on this NBA betting scandal. More to come as things get updated, but let me know what you think in the comments below. That's going to do it for this episode of Sportsball. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew, wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky Crew. Check out our website at .com. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you've got any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at HiFlyerCreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever.